Alright, crafters, it has been a minute since we've touched base with my group, The Asylum. Um, and there's been a good reason for that. I am a very overwhelmed cat typically, and I made a mistake and I let Game Pass expire. But I'd like to start this episode of The Asylum off with a big old thank you to our sponsor today who brought Game Pass back, the one, the only, the Management. Management hooked us up with a Christmas present of reviving Game Pass and bringing you guys some more of the stuff that you've said you wanted to see, which is the Asylum and more Asylum gameplay. So to start out, we have built our community from our starting 3 Asylum members to a whopping 5 Asylum members. We have Hannah, our trusty trader and leader, the only trader that I possess. And then we have her 3 lieutenants, Beeper, Forhat, and Gage. Beeper leads the sheriffs in their quest to do missions and help others. Forhat leads the warlords in a quest to protect our base and eliminate outside threats. And Gage leads the builders in his quest to strengthen the base and make it more of a home and less of just a defensive position. So those are our lieutenants. Now, you will say, now, Kittycraft, that is 4. Like, yes, I know, I remember my kindergarten maths. That is Hannah, Beeper, Farhat, and Gage. And you can see that Latanya is still here. Well, she's just a temporary member of the asylum, as she was doing some upgrades, and Hannah is getting ready to dismiss her so that we can get a 5th permanent member in here. Let's take a look at the base. We're still at the Firewatch Fortress, the first base that you can attain, the free base, if you will. We built it up to include a kitchen, an infirmary, and a workshop to take care of many of our basic needs. And we have raised our command center to a tier 3 already. That was Latana's position, and that was her whole goal, was to get us squared away through the rest of the Asylum playthrough so we won't have to have a computer expert on hand. Now, a lot of people recommend keeping a computer expert on hand at all times, but I bring them in, set up the community, and have them go ahead and go hang out somewhere else and let us have 9 people that don't include a computer expert. So our situation is pretty good. We have 19 food, 22 medicine, 16 building materials, 18 fuel, and 9 bullets. Now, I know you might say, when you look at all the other numbers, 9 seems a bit low. I would have to agree with you guys. So the goal of this stream is to finish finalizing those numbers. I would like to see them all north of 20, like 20 or higher, bare minimum of 20. We do have 4 blank outpost slots that we can kind of use to take care of business as we scout and do other things. Like I said, we got 5 people, which means 5 labor, 1 for each person. And we've got 30 active effects, which is just crazy. We're feeling pretty hopeful right now, as we just made a recent Plague Heart kill. And also, Farhat really likes the workshop. I imagine my warlord leader really would like the workshop, because that's how he keeps all of his tools working and functional. So, if this is your first time here, I'll give you a quick rundown of everybody and what they do. Hannah is the leader. She controls the coin purse and makes monetary decisions for the group. She also makes decisions on direction, location, when to move, how to move, and who to allow into the group. Her 3 lieutenants are Beeper, Farhat, and Gage. They all work under her and they work with her to make those decisions for the asylum and to have a productive workspace. Beeper is assigned to protection, and that means protecting enclaves and helping them out, helping them run missions, and possibly bringing in new people into the fold so that we can expand the community that way. Farhat is his polar opposite, keeping people out of the community that are dangerous or plagued or things like that. He also patrols and takes out freaks, groups of zombies, and the very dangerous plague hearts. And then you have Gage the Rage over there in that corner, who is the leader of the scavenging bunch, who builds up our base through scavenging and going out on runs. So now that we've told you a little bit about the asylum, Hannah is going to go ahead with her first order of the day, which is swapping Latanya out for a fifth permanent member. We have the cash to take care of what we need to do. So if you guys don't know how to send a player to Legacy Pool, you go to your community tab, which is this one with all the people on it. You're going to want to highlight the person that you're interested in either exiling or sending to Legacy Pool with that faint white highlight. So you can see that it's on Hannah, now it's on Latanya. And if you want to exile them, you hold X and then confirm. If you want to send a Legacy Pool, you hold Y and then confirm. In this case, we want to send them to the Legacy Pool. You'll get this message that says, mark the survivor for sending to your Legacy Pool. You want to confirm. She'll get a little orange triangle over her head, which actually marks her on both your mini-map and in-game, so you can easily find her.
Hey, you.
Approach her, choose the talk option, and then choose the second option down that says send to Legacy Pool. Once you choose this option, it's not going to ask you 50 more times. And it is going to ask you one more big screen, but it's not going to continuously pull it. So once you hold down confirm, your survivor's out of here. They pack their bags, they're on the road, they're not gonna speak to you, they're not gonna look back. So you just hold this down.
See you later.
You'll get a little bit of dialogue, and you'll get that screen that subtracts one from your people, and it's a green instead of a red. So if you've done it all right, you'll see the green subtraction, and it will be a positive interaction. If it shows a red interaction and they say something really negative, that means you chose exile, which is why I went over it, and it's not what you want to be doing. Alright, as Hannah controls the purse strings, she's going to go ahead and call out and see if she can't get a fifth permanent member to come join the crew. Each one of her lieutenants does have a crew below them of at least one, so she's going to go ahead and see who she can get to come on out. Let's see. There's quite a few people to choose from. Just looking through all of the options, Crafter's trying to pick the best one. I think honestly one of the best options to pick for right now would be to pick one of Farhat's underlings. His Victoria, she is a nurse and she brings in medical practice to the community, so we're going to go ahead and grab her. Ask her to come on board. Alright, so now Farhat has somebody under him. Victoria's purpose in the community is like a sub-warlord purpose. I'll explain that in a second. Ooh, she brought a bag of ammo. She knew exactly what we needed. Alright, let's go ahead and get that ammo in there. That puts us a little closer to our goal. And she should be, yep, she's fully tacked out. So she just needs to dump her gear off. Make herself a little lighter. Alright. So, what I mean by sub-warlord purpose, as I told you guys in the opening, Farhat is responsible for repelling all the uglies. Whether it's an ugly hostile group, or whether it's a horde of zombies, a freak, or whether it's a heart. Everyone that works under him works towards one of those goals. He himself takes the goal of the hearts one directly because he's a blood plague survivor, and he cannot get the effects of blood plague added to his character at all. So he handles the hearts directly. He doesn't want to risk the biscuit for anybody else. He doesn't want anybody else doing that. So he leaves the freaks and the hostile enclaves and, just general crowd control and cleanup to his underlings, to basically the people that work under him. And Victoria is one of those characters. And she's one of the very special characters because she handles our infestations. And the reason she handles that is just because I felt like pathology is one of those skills that you want to use to collect plague samples more often. And where better to find plague samples than a grouping of zombies, especially in an area that we haven't cleared out yet. That was my initial logic, and that's how Victoria got tasked with handling groups of zombies, specifically groups of zombies that have formed an infestation. So, Victoria is our permanent fifth member of the 9 that we have. We do have a full team of 9. Just we can only call people in so often to keep the game fair. So we're gonna go ahead and check our map. I don't think we have a lot of infestations. No, we only have one. But that's because Farhat has been clearing us up a little bit. He somehow we busted the heart down here, but the ones like right next to us, forget that one. Okay. There is one in the bottom left-hand corner, one infestation, but she doesn't really move and quake for one infestation. She waits for there to be a situation, and then she's like, "All right, now that it's like gotten serious enough for there to be a couple, I'll go over there." So she's gonna wait a little bit. She has 168 health, 131 stamina. Her bonus is 25% healing item efficiency once it's activated. She's a nurse and a blade collector. She specialized in marathon, stealth, swordplay, and weapons handling. She still has to get a book to get her shooting under control. And her 5th skill, which is maxed out, was medicine into the field of pathology, because she thought that would be the most helpful for the community. She talked over with Hannah, and that's what they decided together, was for her to go into pathology. So for right now, she really doesn't have a whole lot to do, so she's going to grab a bunk and get some sleep, and we're going to get her boss, Lieutenant Farhat over here, to go fix his gun up, and then go clear down the heart that is right next to us. Wow. It's going to cost me 106 of my 153 supply. Let's get it done. His gun is very important, so it's pretty much priority. But that means that that's going to put a lot of weight on Gage the Rage to go and get more bullets and more parts. Don't know why I prioritized bullets over parts when he just literally stole all of the parts, but is what it is. Let's get you reloaded with every bullet we got for you, and then let's get you on the road. He could probably run there and back. Not going to worry about giving him a vehicle. Farhat doesn't complain about much except play cards. Whatever happened to him during the initial 5 seconds of the first outbreak made this man anti-play card boss. It's still a mystery how he did got it set up that he doesn't.
This might just clear up.
See, he's like obsessed. He's like, I gotta get that play card out of here. But as I was saying, we don't know. It's a mystery how he got to be where he's not affected by the plague. But Hannah is certainly happy to have him here, and everyone he's recruited as well, because every lieutenant is responsible for filling their party. He just happens to have 3 people under him. He has the most amount of people that go under him. So if you're counting just the warlords, I do happen to have 4 in this community. 1 traitor, so that's 5. So that takes up majority. That leaves 2 sheriffs and 2 builders, if you guys were wondering the breakdown. That's the breakdown of leadership in my community. So essentially, of the lieutenants, Farhat has the most help. But I weighted it that way because I felt like he also has the most to do.
Better shoot it before it gets close.
1 sheriff could handle the most of the missions, and the fact that the sheriff has 1 person backing them up, pretty good deal. So if our sheriff Beeper ends up getting overwhelmed, getting blood plagued, whatever the case is, where he needs to take a break, he has somebody he can divide his work with, and he has somebody who can step in and help him continue to get those missions done. And the same thing with our builder, Gage. Gage has 1 person that he can hand the work off to if, it's a little much to scavenge that day, for whatever reason. But Farhat just has so much on his plate. He doesn't just have to deal with Zeds, but Freak Zeds. And, on top of Freak Zeds and Zeds, Boy also has to deal with all of the other enclaves who threaten to cause issues for our community. Which, in my opinion, that's like a lot of work to put on one man or one group of people. So that's why he has so much um, support for what he does and what he does for the community. Also, he was one of the earlier members. He was one of the original 3 when we started setting up this community way back when. This community is multiple communities kind of smushed together to pick the biggest, the baddest, and the best, and to get a bunch of hero wits, hero skills, all that stuff, all lined up in a fashion where it all supports one general goal. And the general goal is a goal held by Hannah, but it's not the general trader goal. So it's not like make the trade depot, make the trades, make all the money, and establish peace through money. It's a goal of making a safe haven that can split off into other safe havens.
Almost out of those.
Bruh, you just sideswiped me. That wasn't nice. Here, why don't y'all hold that? There you go. That should slow something down. Give Farhat an opportunity to take a deep breath. Like I said, he gets the tickets that he needs. That should have cleared most of them down. Alright, there we go. Yeah, Hannah just sees a future where, through her and her lieutenants, all things become a little bit more possible, and rebuilding society becomes something that would be someday possible. She would like to get it to a point where her lieutenants feel strong enough to start their own communities. And she would love to see each and every one of them kind of step up and go their separate ways. And that would basically take one community and multiply that community into a base of 4 communities. So one community would build 4, because right now she has herself plus 3 lieutenants. And so if each of the lieutenants took off from their community, that would make Hannah very proud. I'll take the bullets. I don't really want the gun. Samples. We'll take this stuff. And we'll leave the rest. That's not stuff Farhat's concerned with. So yeah, that's kind of Hannah's long-term goal for the asylum. Is to be a beacon of safety. And whenever a lieutenant expresses that they feel that they could establish a new community, that they feel strong enough to do that, she would give them her blessing to go. I mean, she would be sad for losing a friend, somebody that she has built a relationship with and has a lot of trust and respect in. But at the same time, she would be happy because more communities setting up means that we're rebuilding society. Because each time you establish a community, it can have 1 to 12 members. And if we have a bunch of communities of 12 members, that's slowly but surely stacking up the betterment of all society. It's, it's getting us where we need to be. It's moving us past the apocalypse. And Hannah's whole thing is like, where do we go from here? What's the future? How do we continue to build and grow? And, maybe these zombies become the norm. Maybe they just become accepted, and we just have to take that with a grain of salt and move on. And she's trying to build communities that are strong enough to withstand any zombie attack, no matter the skill, the danger, and she wants to do that through people that she trusts. So what she wants to see is Beeper, Gage, and Farhat move on, and maybe leave her somebody that they've trained in their stead. I said Gage and Beeper have one direct person, under their guise, and what Hannah would like to see is those people step up, become her lieutenants, and Gage and Beeper be able to go and start their own communities. And Farhat has 3 people that he considers under him, and their conversation's a little different. She would like him to leave one of his followers in his stead to take the place of her warlord lieutenant. And she told him he can take the others, and he can go whenever he's ready, and he can use them to start his own his own, thing, his own circle. And Farhat's plan is honestly, to take um, his two warlords and raise up his another community. And when he's done, he wants to leave one of his in charge, and he and one of the others are going to go split off and find and finalize it to where there's 5 full communities all splintered off of the asylum, one of each map. So they're going to go to one of each of the remaining cities and stabilize it to the point where society can grow. Society can flourish, and they'll have enclaves that they build from there to make actual cities of people living together in harmony. So that's Hannah's goal, and that's the goal also of her Lieutenant Beeper and Gage and Farhat, is to rebuild society through their hard work on their backs. And in 100 years they won't be here anymore, but the backbone that they've laid for society will be there, and it will be able to withstand whatever threat comes, whether it's, a little threat because they've been mopping it up, or whether it's a huge threat. Hannah knows that they've trained together and they've done everything in their power to become powerhouses. And if they have done so much so far, what more can they accomplish with a little more energy and effort? So that's where we are with the asylum. That's our opening, and that's the plan for the asylum, and for each one of the characters to have their own place. So while we have 9 characters, they won't be the 9 characters in the asylum forever. Hannah will be part of the asylum until her unfortunate demise, whether through old age or whether through the apocalypse. She's opening the asylum, and she means for it to have the definition of an asylum. Now, some people are like, you mean a house for crazy people? And I say, no, there's another definition for asylum, which is a safe place. And she wants to open her doors to become a beacon of hope, a beacon of light, and a safe place for people to get away from the apocalypse, run away from the zombies and the freaks, and everybody else. Sorry, crafters, I had to mute my phone. It was a little loud. It went off and I didn't realize my ringer was on. My apologies. Anyway, that's our plan. That's our goals for the future. Alright, crafters, I was just running through, making sure that I know what the plan is for today, just for today's portion. Um, we've only got about half an hour left. It's going to be a very short stream. I just wanted to get on and thank management for what she did for this channel and for the community as well. I haven't got my Christmas present, but she gave me something that actually helps you guys. So drop it in the comments, drop it in the chat. Let's get some thank yous for management, because she outdid herself this time. She got State of Decay back on the channel. She got a lot of different games, like we got DBD back, and all of that stuff has been reinstated because we've got up-to-date Game Pass. So shout out there. Looks like we have 3 external goals. There's a mysterious wandering trader. The Boon Trader has a mission called No Escape, and then the Jump Starters has a mission called Rookie Mistake. The Boon Traders are actually an enclave that helped us because of previous interactions they had with Hannah, so I think she would ask Beeper to go over there and just make sure they're okay.
Rolling out. I'll be there in a sec.
They are holding down a gun store that I really would like them to not But we're going to send Beeper over there and just make sure that Stephanie and her group are doing okay.
Mi casa, su casa, or whatever.
Alright, crafters, we made it over here safely to Stephanie to talk to her. She says Leah Ben hasn't checked in lately. Can you go look for him at the rustic house on the hill? And Beeper's like, yeah, it's my whole thing. I can certainly go take a look for your friend. So he's going to go make the 300-meter run real fast to go see what's going on with Mr. Leah Ben. Is he okay? I don't know if he went out for materials or whatever the case is, but she said that he hasn't checked in like he usually does, and she's concerned something might happen to him, so we're just going to run over there and see what we can do. What we can take care of. This week, streams will be longer, just as an update. I know I've been doing all over the place with time. Some streams have been a couple of hours. Some streams have been like 4 hours. Some streams have been like 30 minutes. I know that could be a little bit hectic, and I just want to confirm for everybody that we are going to be getting back onto a set schedule. I have been all over the place with you guys as well as far as what that set schedule is going to look like. I said it's going to be full-time. Then I was like, man, I got to go to part-time. And while I can't guarantee you how many days a week I'll actually be able to generate content, I can guarantee you that when I sit down to stream, I'm only exclusively from now on going to do blocks of 3 to 4 hours. So there will be longer content. I talked it over with management, and the discussion was that essentially doing it for an hour is pretty much meaningless. In the long run, a lot of stories need more than 1 hour of content. Like 1 hour is essentially like a mission or a setup or just some portion of the content, but it's not full content. And so the standard metric for the channel is going to be increased to 3 to 4 hours. So I'm going to make sure that when I'm picking out content, it's only content that we can work with in those bigger blocks. So you may see some older content returning. You may see some new content. It's going to be a mix of PS4 and Xbox. I got 4 people to vote to keep PS4 on the channel. I know I said 5, but I'm going to go ahead and honor the 4 people's request. I'm not going to penalize the entire channel for 1 away. I feel like that's fair. So we found Leah Ben. He says, I'm glad you're here. I hurt my ankle, and I don't think I can get home by myself. Right? Alright, Leah Ben, let's get home, buddy. Stephanie and the others are worried sick, and I want to get you to somewhere safe. So let's go ahead and get him home. But yeah, that's the future of the channel, guys. It may still need to have certain dates and times where essentially we do not stream, but I think that's kind of anybody. People have real life things that pop up. The only date that I can tell you right now that will not be streamed
Don't piss yourself, alright?
is Sorry, I have no idea why he's not following me. I got him to follow me. Yeah, it will be Christmas Day, the 25th of this month. We've already been voluntold that we have to do a lot of setup for a Christmas party, and we're going to be attending a family function. And there's no saying no to it. We did try to get out of it because we already had one, and we did try to say, yeah, we had one. We went to one yesterday. That's where I was all day yesterday. And it was a much longer commitment than we had planned for. And so when they were like, "Oh, we're doing this again on the 25th," we were like, we did it yesterday. Is there any way we could not? Because I had planned to do a Christmas stream on the 25th, but that's going to be moved to the 26th. So we're gonna have to just scoot it over because real life's happened. I've got something I gotta do. So I'm telling you guys in advance. 25th is going to be off, but I feel like that's going to work for everybody anyway, because I'm sure a lot of people want to be with their family, and that's okay. So we'll come back, and the 26th and the 27th of December will be 2 of the days that we run giveaway streams, but they're not going to be identical time slots. There's going to be multiple time slots during those days. I'm going to try for at least 3 different streams, so we can get as many people for each giveaway as possible. On the 26th, the giveaway will be for 10 PlayStation Dollaroonies, or a gift card with $10 loaded for PlayStation. And for the 27th, it's going to be my personal copy of The Man of Medan. I'm giving it away for free. I'm paying for everything, shipping and handling, all that good stuff. So no worries, crafters. There is no cost to you guys. I just want you to watch. Watch time. Just saying hi in the chat. That's all you got to do. And then your name will be tossed in with everybody else's, and we will get that giveaway under wraps. So, looks like they already figured out their dude, so we can go ahead and head home. Welcome in if you haven't been welcomed already. Yep, so that's our plan for the month of December. January might be a little hectic, but we'll figure it out. One day at a time, crafters. That's our motto here, and I think that's the only way, with all of the craziness that's happened 2021 to 2022, I think we can all agree that taking one day at a time sometimes is the only metric. Alright, so we got that squared up. Now we don't have to worry about our allies being upset. I really want them out of that shop, but I gotta think strategically how I want that done, as I don't think there's any way to remove them from that shop without damaging our relationship. But I'm gonna continue doing Googles and trying to figure out that situation. Workshop 2, I really don't want to promote the workshop any further than that. I only upgraded it once to get access to Molotovs. Molotovs are very important to my Warlord team, and I wanted them to have access to that almost immediately. Our kitchen is actually very important to our entire community, because that's how Farhat he cooks for everyone and he takes care of everybody, making sure that everybody has enough to eat, because and enough snacks on them, because it's not just about the big meals, but also every single snack helps out as well. So I really don't want to upgrade the infirmary, even though we have everything to do so, because this is a temporary base. We won't be staying here too much longer. We've cleared both of the hearts on this side. Honestly, our next move would be to secure a base on the left side of the map. Whether we wait and we take the massive Prescott Fire Station, which requires a whopping 8 community members, so almost a full house, or whether we come over here to Rusty Rosie's, which only needs 4 people and is a very low-cost option. You know, we've got a few bases over there we can secure. Victoria's got a mission, so we're going to go ahead and grab her and find out. She wants to practice with a prepper gun. I don't know if I have one. I know somebody in my community has one on. I think it's Bieber. Bieber, can I borrow your gun? If at all possible. Oh, they're going to sell me a gun, but I'm like, alright, you know what? Let's just go buy another one. It will not hurt me to have an extra pepper rifle. That's what happened last time. Oh. There's been some updates for Fortnite that we're definitely going to be looking
I got an
into.
offer you can't refuse. Well, I mean,
Oh, okay.
you can, but humor me.
Oh, wow. Wow, there's new outfits available at Fortnite, if anybody was wondering.
Guess who?
We will be exploring Fortnite a little further this evening, but that's going to be later. This is going to be the second and final stream for right now. Then management and I have some things that we need to attend to. We need to trade for the small rifle that's in here. The small caliber rifle.
Glad you haven't gotten yourself
Hi,
killed.
bud. I need to buy something off of you. $50. Fair enough. Let's go. And now I need to murk 15 zombies with the new rifle. Did you happen to give me... No, you gave me 10 rounds. You see, game, that's a problem for me. You handed me 10 rounds and told me to figure it out. Thanks, bro. I'll go search the ammo shack this way, and hopefully I can find, like, 5 more bullets. Because I don't know where else I would get 5 extra bullets for this mission in particular. So we've got the rifle. Got 10 of the 15 bullets we need. We just need to find the rest of it. Looks like there's 2 containers here we haven't opened. So let's go ahead and just rip those containers open and see if we can't. That one's a bust. Where's the other one? This is really going to be annoying if I can only do 10 of 15.
Nothing more to find here.
So I don't have a lot of bullets at home, so. Fun sauce. Alright, so that was my first thought, was to go there. Alright, we got one of the kills under our belt. We got 14 more to go, but we only have enough for so much. The next place I could think of would be the ranger station, so we're gonna run over there and see if the ranger station has some 22 caliber rounds. Because specifically, this is the 22. Boom, 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 boom. Ba-da-doo-doo-doo. That's our driving tunes. It's not copyrighted, so it won't mess me over there. I have had 2 videos so far that Twitch is just muted because something happened. Both times I think it was maybe something was said or something that was done, or music. Trying to avoid any further muting, because especially when I play for like 4 hours, that's a lot of content to just delete off the channel because it got muted.
Could be worse.
Anything in there? No. Because I assure you do not want to mess with her. This is not what you want. You don't want the claps, okay? You don't want them. Ma'am, could you turn your little zombie self around?
I'm on fire
Maybe.
today.
There you go. Because I'm only doing headshots. Because I don't want to waste the bullets that I have, because I need to do 15 shots. Please tell me. Oh my gosh, Victoria, you missed. See, that's why I was doing them closer. So now I've got to get extra bullets, and now I need like 6 bullets. Please tell me you have some 22
I'm declaring
rounds.
this location Z-free.
Alright, you got 5 cases. We got 5 cases, crafters. Let's hope that the crafter's luck can come through for me and can get me situated. That's standard bolts. Okay. You at least have the ammo category. Now, if you can just pull for some 22 ammo, that would be like the best. 45 and 9. That's also ammo. Good job. But we need 22. So we're going for case 3. 9 and a soda can bomb. Alright. Maybe 4 or 5 will do it for me. I just need 6 bullets, bro. 6 bullets of 22 caliber. There's 12. Alright. Thank you, crafters. That was good. Let's go for this last one and see if we can get any bonus ammo. A little bit extra. I know I said I needed 6, you gave me double, but I like to just pad it as much as I can, and no, it's not good. Okay, well, let's get her to reload her gun, and then we're gonna go knock out the other 12 kills we need real fast. That's our next goal at the moment. We'll just leave our car here. And go ahead and boop. Alright, that's one. Solid job. We just need 11 more. So we're just gonna run around, find some zombies in the close by area, and just stomp them out real fast. I say real fast like it's gonna be 2 seconds. Could take a little longer depending on how long it takes me to actually find Zeds. You think with me firing, like, it would draw in Bisco. Alright, I have an idea to make some noise that's not too loud. I'm gonna go ahead and break these windows, because that usually brings in 1 or 2 Zeds. So I'm just gonna jump through 2 of the windows, and that should generate some sound Zeds that we can use to... Okay, nice, we got that one down. Swear I heard another one coming in. Let's do another window.
The coast isn't clear.
And slam the door open. Okay, here's another one. Backing it up. Dodge through that because we're trying to... You know, I'm going to show you guys how I like to do it when they're being a pain. Get behind Zed. Grab Zed. Throw Zed. Follow
Not
Zed.
dead yet.
Zed on floor, make headshot. That way you can make sure that you get the zombie murked out without really wasting bullets. So we're going to pull this door closed. We're going to jump through the last window if we can. I don't know if this window is jumpable, but if it is. Okay, I can't use that one window, but what I can do, slam this door open. We're just trying to generate enough noise to get some zombies wrangled in, because I need like 8 more zombies. My next theory is to get in the car. Please watch your ears for like the next 5 seconds or so, crafters. I'm going to spam the horn. So I'm going to give you a 3 countdown to get your sound down, and then I'm going to honk the car horn a whole bunch. And it's pretty loud even though I have the volume down. So in 3, 2, 1, noise is going to start now. Alright, just 3 pulses on the horn to see if we can get anybody else. This area is pretty zombie dead, to be perfectly honest, which is frustrating me, because I thought I would have gotten a lot more, but I see at least 2 over here. I don't know if they generated in from the noise, or if they were just here. There's 1. We do have like a few extra bullets, so if I miss 1 more time, it's not that big a deal, but we want to try to tighten it up a little bit and not have that be the case. We need 7 more kills. This is taking quite the time. So what we're going to do is we're going to have Victoria pay the 125, swipe for here. She's already saying there's too many infestations. Of course you are, because that's like your whole job. It's like Farhat complaining about play cards. It's like, let me do my job. Let me do my job. And then we're going to speed search this place for a second.
I think I've searched everywhere I can.
And then we're going to grab as much of this stuff as we can.
All I can handle.
Okay, we can't take any more, so we're going to go back in the house and dump it off.
That was noisy.
Trying to bust open that door for a little bit of sound. We're going to go ahead and put everything away. Everything we can, and then we're just going to run back and forth, and we're going to get the shed cleared down. Because I do want the bullets, they just weren't the bullets for this gun. So, they weren't priority right at the moment. But if I have an opportunity to unload all of them, then yes, I'm going to take them. For the future of my community. Because I do have weapons that take those bullets. I just don't have them on her at the moment. Let's go ahead and take the rest of that. So now that shed is 100% cleared down. If you've been with the channel for a minute, yes, I do typically have rules about who can scavenge, but she's doing something right now. And the rule kind of goes out the window when I have her out right here, right now. I'm not going to switch to Gage in the middle of her mission because that would end her mission. So there has to be some common sense element to it. It can't just be, I'm going to swap willy-nilly, because if I swap, Ant Prepper's Love 22 is going to go away, and I'm going to lose whatever XP or money I would have generated by going ahead and, making these last 7 kills. We're going to go to a new area. Clearly this area does not have enough Zeds. There's usually a few out here. Cool, there's 2 right here we can get. Really? Why'd you double fire? Okay, there we go. That leaves us 4 away. I think we have more than 4 bullets. There's one up there if we jump out. Oh, he is an armored zombie. Let me show you the way to use him, if I can get him down. I don't know if he's gonna come down.
Hey, who's hungry?
You can always try to taunt him a little bit, but I think he might be stuck up there.
Yo, douchefucks.
My thing is 3 taunts. If they don't come down in 3 taunts, they're considered stuck. And because he's an armor zombie, he has a helmet on his head, which means I can't get a headshot. So he's a waste of my time. Again, if you get a zombie you're unclear about making the shot, you just do like that. I've got 7 bullets and 3 kills, so we have plenty, even if I double fire or miss. So life is good there. I'm just going to generally drive that way and lock down 3 more kills. There's one, we can just jump out. Now when they're rushing you, easiest method is to grab and tag, throw them on the ground, squish them, back in the car. Now I only need 2 more. There's one right here. Quick tap on the horn. Okay. One right there. Let's just head a little bit further this way and see if we can't pick up. Sorry, crafters, we're still experiencing a little bit of lag. It didn't look like management had any lag on Xbox when playing Fortnite, but some games are just having issues. Love how I wasted 3 bullets to get that last one. Alright, we're all done with that, so now we can put that gun in the locker, and the truth is I'm going to grind that gun out. That one doesn't have a scope on it, and to me, it's less useful than its silenced counterpart. The one that Bieber has is just the better model. This is like a base model of the rifle. So, we're going to go ahead and go here. We're going to have her grab her gun back. We're going to unload it and put away the ammo separately. We want to keep the ammo, but not the gun. So we're going to go ahead and put it all in, and then we're going to have her finish her mission by going to the locker and grinding it up, which is going to net us 48 parts. So we're going to go ahead and use the salvage option and agree to it, and then we'll get some of the parts back that we spent for Farhat's weapon. The warlords are actually the ones that are most on top of the parts outside of the builders. The builders bring in raw parts, whereas the warlords will take weapons and other materials that have been brought in by the builders or themselves and break them down to get the parts that are needed to do their job, which is making sure that weapons are kept up and making sure to remind people to keep their weapons up. The warlords only kind of service their gear, but they remind everybody else, hey, take care of your gear. If we don't take care of your gear out in the field, you're going to get caught up, and then it's going to be a problem. Alright, with that said, let's take a look at what our to-do list. There is a stranger at the door, so we're going to grab Miss Hannah and have her interview the stranger. The interview process is pretty simple. We go to wherever they are.
Seriously, I'm the
We use the talk to. We listen to what they say and how they say it. The fact that she said, I'm the perfect addition to any team, makes me wonder what's wrong with her. But Hannah has a policy of open door acceptiveness, so she's going to accept her in and say, okay,
Great.
come in,
Now I don't
and
have to
tell her
file
we've got
on.
some bunks and stuff.
We're all getting a little
And
comfortable around here.
we're going to take a look at her. She got beat up pretty significantly. She took 40 points of damage from whatever she ran into. She ran pretty far because she also got, damage loss. Now, that could be from how far up our stuff is now I think about it. She's pretty upset about the infestations in the area, but I think my whole team is now. She tells me she thinks that she is a warlord, and she wants to be like front lines. She tells me she's a stockroom worker. She says I'm used to doing all the heavy lifting while other people stare at clipboards, and she says she's nostalgic. I found this old MP3 player full of synthwave music. I feel like I've rediscovered my childhood. She has a ton of cardio, couple points in fighting, 1 point in shooting, nothing in wits, and no fist skills. So she's pretty moldable. Her name is Vaishvi. Vaishvi. If she stays, we'll nail down that pronunciation. But that's everything we know about her right now. We do not have a bunk available for her right now, because we have used all of the beds that came with this place, and even a couple of extra beds that have been extended to us. So if we do decide that she is, goated with the sauce, we're going to need to take a new place to stay that is more accommodating to having 6 people. That's kind of what we were talking about earlier. And unfortunately, I don't think the other bases are for 6. There's 1 for 8, and there's 2 for 6, or 2 for 4. So there's 2 for 8 and 2 for 4. So essentially, like, having less people, we would basically just be able to move in a similar size to what we have now, because right now we're out of 4. So we could move to 2 other bases that are additionally of 4. Or we're going to have to save up 2 more people, and we're going to have to do it that way. So knowing that that's the case, I think Hannah's best bet would be to go out and take over one of these local houses and just use the extra rooms in there until we can get up to 8 to secure one of the largest bases. So what we're going to do is have her actually dispatch herself for once. And we're going to pick between Yellow House and House with the Nice View. Those are pretty centrally situated here, I'm pretty sure. We do also have the Park Ranger's house that we could take over. That would be closer to where we want to be, so maybe we'll grab that. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to drive over there. Who wants it? Who came up with it? Oh, the new lady wants to prove herself. So we will do that just as soon as I get some bedding secured. Because Hannah is one of those people where she just has to fix what's bothering her. And what's bothering her right now is the fact that they've got 6 people and not enough beds. So she's going to go ahead and head over and take care of... I believe it's Beeper who's like doesn't actually use a bed. So that's how we've had 4 beds and 5 people with no issues. So we're going to go ahead and get over here. And while you all would think that Hannah would be incredibly weak, she's actually adept at killing zombies. Alright, she just... Don't let her title of traitor fool you. She can handle herself. She's been around the block. She knows how to use her gun. She knows how to use her weapons to take care of a lot of the issues. So we're just going to have her quickly secure the house.
No more Zeds around
Which
here.
looks a little silly, but that's what you got to do. And then she's going to just slap down the 200. And now there is enough room for everybody to sleep and be comfortable, and we've now secured even an additional bed so we can get to 7 people comfortably with no issues whatsoever. So lastly, what we're going to end with today is having our new member kind of establish herself in the community. I'm going to show you the process by which one establishes themselves.
Survive. We can't let the zombies take over our town.
So we're going to have her start by clearing this house out for some cheap wits.
Nice. Ish.
And also so we don't have to clear it out ourselves.
Okay,
We
time to
just
put
use
this
her
mess
to clear it
behind
out.
us.
She got a point of wits just from doing that. And then we're going to clear her down. Everything she owns goes away, except her backpack. And we are going to gear her up for war. We only have 1 extra Molotov, so that's what she's going to get. We're going to give her this gun that I was going to sell. It's got 50 shots in it. So she gets backed into a corner. She's gonna be alright. Now, she does have a little bit of a health loss problem, but we've got a band-aid. We're gonna slap that on her, and she's gonna be just fine. So now she wants to destroy an infestation. Let's see. Where does she want to destroy? Of course she wants to destroy the infestations that are in the bottom left corner, which is like the furthest point from where we are. So let's just have her drive over there and take care of that stuff. Hopefully, getting there, we don't learn that she has complete trash skills, because that's not fun for anybody. That's a feral. We're not stopping for
If you
that.
got a giant rucksack on your back, you might as well have a sign that says "Eat me."
If you guys are unaware, there are multiple freaks in this game.
Sure as hell can catch anybody dumb enough to walk around overloaded.
There's the fastest freak on the block, the feral, who roars like you just heard and then runs up to you. Got a few tackles and a few swaps, very nasty. Can cause a lot of really nasty injuries and even death to your community, because it's a permadeath game. You got the Juggernaut, biggest boy on the block, with his slam bam, thank you ma'am, I'm the Hulk attitude. He can rip your survivors in half, literally. You got the Screamer, who's a two-legged freak that just hollers at your community all day, bringing in reinforcements, and at the higher levels brings in other freaks to cause issues, and also spreads the plague at higher levels. And then you have a Bloater who pops and is full of gas, and that gas can either be blood plague gas or regular, again, depending on your level. So, of course, we're just rolling the car over. That's completely normal, especially when I drive kind of at an angle in this game because I'm trying to get somewhere. And I don't want to be at it all day because she literally picked the furthest point from us. And yeah, I think that's all the specials. Some people count the Blood Plague zombie. It's a zombie that's been infected with Blood Plague that can infect your survivor. I don't count them as a freak, but some. And of course you got your regular zombies that we've been slaying all episode. I got stuck on the cliff. When in a car accident, just freely flip your car over by just pressing the gas a little further. Yeah.
God, I am so sick of plague zombies.
I'm sick of plague zombies too, lady. That's actually our goal, is to get rid of the plague. But jump over that. And no, I don't think that this is a good idea on any of the higher difficulties. It's just this is green and I'm not really worried about battering up the cars too much on green. Also, my mechanic needs something to do. This shout out to you, Beeper. This is for you, bud. Alright, let's go ahead and take care of this house. You wanted to come all the way over here, you better get it done. There's one of the screamers down. Dodge. Stab. I hate when the screamers scream. You can't do anything. It like action locks you. It's also incredibly loud. So we got rid of all the active zombies.
Any louder?
And we just gotta find the dang screamers. They will call in reinforcements, so. Where'd the other one go? Outside? Bro, is he outside? He was outside. That's what it looks like when you start getting the plague. That's what it looks like when you set yourself on fire. Please don't scream
Check out
anymore.
these done and done.
Thank you.
Too easy.
Alright.
You've
So
been
she's
kicking
all
ass
done.
lately.
Little bit cocky, but there you go. She's now a citizen, which means we'll get a little bit more information. She'll at least tell you what she's going to do for you. She's offering to provide a rotation system. She says it takes some time and effort to work, but if we always use the old stuff in our storage, we lose a lot less to waste and spoilage. That could be good in the long run. It's plus 15 max food, so definitely somebody that I will eventually buff up.
Exactly what I wanted.
We'll let her search one thing. I was hoping for some medicine, because she's a little hurt, but if we get her to the clinic, Victoria can see to it that she does not feel the pain of anything that just happened. If we just run back a little ways, we can take a temporary item out here. Lock that situation down.
Nothing more to kill here. Location is secure, guys. You can thank me later.
Alright, crafters, that is our 1 hour period for the asylum today. Hope you've enjoyed this content. We did manage to bring in quite a few new people to the group, so there's that. Next time we open up, we're going to be making sure that we're working actively towards getting one of the bigger bases secured on this map, so Hannah can start getting her trade route open and everything else she needs to do. Some other announcements for today. I want to remind everybody, the 25th, the channel will be 100% closed, not a stream. We have a family thing. The 26th and 27th of December are our two giveaway dates. On the 26th, we're giving away a $10 PlayStation card. And on the 27th, we're giving away my personal copy of Xbox Man of Medan. So those are our giveaway dates. There is no purchase necessary. All you have to do is watch one of those 2 days to be entered, and all you got to do is say hey, so that you can be accounted for, so management can write down your username, and all of the announcements will be made January 1st as far as who won. I know that's a little bit late for announcements and stuff, but we have a lot of stuff to close out December in our real life that we have to do, as well as the channel. So, thank you for your energy, your effort, your time, all that good stuff. I hope you all are staying safe out there. If it's hot where you are, make sure you're cooling down. If it's cool where you are, make sure you're heating up. Keep on crafting, crafters. Kitty Craft out.